Could you please share the current percentage of impact and evolution on your investment philosophy and approach between Graham and Dodds versus Philip Fisher, and comment on each, please?
Charlie, you want to, if you got it worked out there, calibrate?
Warren,
you want that to tenths of a percent or hundredths of a percent? What?
You were closer to Ben Graham.
Yeah, well, things would have happened. Good things would have happened with following either party, irrespective of the other. Graham obviously had way more influence on me than Phil. I worked for Ben. I went to school under him, and his what I call the three basic ideas that underlie successful investing, which is to look at stocks as businesses and to have the proper attitude toward the market and to operate with a margin of safety. They all come straight from Graham. I didn't think of any of those. And Phil Fisher opened my eyes more to the idea of trying to find the wonderful business. Charlie did more of that than Phil did, actually, so you'd have to put Charlie. But Phil was espousing that entirely, and I read his books in the late 50s or early 60s. So, and Phil's still alive, as you know, and I owe Phil a lot, but it doesn't compare to what I owe Graham, and that in no way reflects poorly on Phil. Ben was one of a kind. Sean?
Ben Graham was a truly formidable mind, and he also had a clarity in writing. And we've talked over and over again about the power of a few simple ideas thoroughly assimilated, and that happened with Graham's ideas, which came to me indirectly through Warren, but also some directly from Graham. The interesting thing for me is to watch Buffett, the former protege. And by the way, Buffett was the best student Graham had in 30 years of teaching at Columbia. And but what happened, and since I knew both men, was that Buffett became way better than Graham. That is a natural outcome. It's what Newton said. He said, if I've seen a little farther than other men, it's by standing on the shoulder of giants. And so Warren may have stood on Ben's shoulders, but he ended up seeing farther. And no doubt somebody will come along in due course and do a lot better than we have.